they call it, where the tail feathers come out. The kidneys are on both sides of the spine right down there, just like on ours. Okay? So you're going to take your fingers and scoop out the kidneys. Rinse them out. Give it a good rinse in there. Why? Why would we do that? What are kidneys? Filter. So we're going to be using the bones for stock. And if the kidneys are still attached to the bones when we're making the stock, it could make it cloudy and bitter. So that's why we're removing them here. So always have a reason why you're doing something. So that's the purpose of that. Then you're going to put it on your cutting board. You're going to bring some paper towel, and you're going to bring this back to your station. So now we're going to go over here to our station. Yeah, you can use that. So now you're going to dry your bird off. Why?
Easier to handle.
Easier to handle, right? You don't want it sliding around on your cutting board. Safety. If you want to use a cut glove, that's fine. They're up top over there, and we have latex gloves too. I would put one over the cut glove, but you're going to dry the bird inside and out. Okay. Once your bird is dry, you're going to orient yourself. What does orient mean? It means east. But it's a way that people kind of figure out where they are. Because a lot of times you may not have either seen a whole bird or know what the parts are. So this is kind of a fun way to show you. See, right? Well, it's, there's no life in it. But this is how, chickens would be walking around like this. You could see the chicken walk. But that's how you orient yourself. So now you can see, where would the head be?
There.
Okay, where's the breast?
There.
Okay, you'd be surprised how many people start cutting the breast out of this side.
Oh dear.
They just don't know. So if you orient yourself, you can kind of get a better sense of what's going on. So what you're going to do first is lay the bird down on your cutting board. Make sure you have a wet paper towel or something underneath. And you're going to have the legs, these are the legs facing towards you. Okay? Arms up. It's on its back right now, it's sun tanning. And the first thing you're going to do, we call safety cuts. Okay? So right here you'll see a couple flaps of skin. Right? Take a boning knife and just cut the skin on both sides. And then you're going to hyperextend the femur. Listen.
Oh.
Okay? So now the femur, bend your knees. I felt he was thinking that. So hyperextending the femur provides a flat surface now that it's not going to wobble around on, right? Not so saggy, right? So that's for our safety. And the chicken didn't feel anything, so it's okay. Then you're going to remove all the excess fat in the back. Okay? So this we don't really use. So that'll be, you could render that down and make schmaltz out of it for dumplings. Fantastic. Chicken fat is very flavorful. Then back here is, some people call it the Pope's nose. I have no idea why. I was curious, so I looked up all pictures of all the popes, and none of them looked like that. So I don't know why they called it that. But what is this again? I said it earlier. What growth comes out of here?
The chicken.
The feathers, the tail feathers. And what does the hen use the tail feathers for?
Wiping their poop. Something about poop.
Nothing about poop this
Okay,
time.
good.
But mating, right? So the hen shakes her tail feathers, and there's actually a scent gland in here, and the secretes an oil that goes up the feathers, and then when she shakes them, it puts that pheromone and oil and aroma in the air, and then the roosters are like, "What's that?" And then they get attracted. So the reason why we're telling you that is because we don't want that in our stock. Okay, so you want to remove that as well. Take that off, and that's waste. Okay, moving forward. Now we're going from here. We're going to spin the bird 180 degrees. and we're going to start removing the wing tips. So we have wing tips, wings, and drumettes. Wing tips, wings, drumettes. Okay? The way you separate joints, these are exactly like our joints. Most of them are ball and socket, so they're like this. Okay? It's like our wrist, our elbow, our shoulder, right? Our knees, all ball and socket. So what you're going to do to start is just expose the joint, hyperextend, and you'll see the ball and the socket. So look for that, like look, and then cut right between them. So that's the wing tip. There's so much collagen in there. It's excellent for stock. So we want that. Wing tips are great for stock. And then when you get good at it, you'll just know where it is and you'll cut right through it. Okay, so that's for stock. So you'll have waist, stock. Then we're going to remove the wings. And again, you're going to see this kind of flappy skin here. And you just look for where the joint moves naturally. Don't try and like go the other way. Just find out where it bends naturally. And same thing, expose the joint, hyperextend. Okay? Ball, socket. Ball, socket. Then you cut right through it. Okay? The wings we're going to put right over here. Okay? We're going to have a wing party later. Hyperextend. Ball, socket. Okay? Wings over here. Now, I'm going to say this twice. The drumette stays attached to the breast. The drumette stays attached to the breast. Two of you in here, statistically, will not do that. I don't know why yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. So, what you're going to cut out is called an airline breast or a Statler breast. Have you ever had one of those? Anybody ever had an airline breast or a Statler breast? It's basically the breast with the drumette attached to it. They used to actually serve them in the airline. That's why they were called airline breast, bless you, or Statler breast. But it's a very nice way to serve chicken in a restaurant. It looks nice, it serves nice, it plates nice. So we're going to do that. Okay? Our next step is going to be to remove the wishbone. The wishbone is your clavicle. It's right here. Okay? So we're going to fold the skin back a little bit. You want to keep the skin attached to the breast. Keep the skin attached to the breast. Okay? You're going to lift this up a little bit, and right up here, this is where the head would come out. This is the breast, so you can see the clavicle would be right there. Why don't you feel it? Feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to get in there? Feel right here. Right? You feel the bone. So the bone goes like this. It sits like this. Right there like that. And what you're going to do is, you're going to feel where it is. You're going to make a cut on the outside of the bones. A little cut like that on the outside.
On top of it? Or
On the
like
outside. So the
okay.
bone's down like this, and you're going to cut on the outside of that bone.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger and go inside there and follow the bone up to the top. Okay? Then you're going to release it at the manubrium, like I just did. Then you're going to go to Vegas. You're going to go jackpot, jackpot, and you're going to pull it right out. Wishbone. Yeah. So that's where the manubrium is, and this is the clavicle. Fantastic for stock. Okay, good for stock. Yeah, make sure you're bending your knees. If you need to walk around, step away, do it. Okay, now we're going to remove the breast with the
Drumettes.
drumette. Okay. So on top here is your keel bone, just like on a sailboat, right? The keel on a sailboat. And you can actually hear it. There's a little bone that runs down there. You're going to go, if you actually feel it, right there, right down the middle. It's right here. It's your manubrium. Okay? And you're going to cut on, we're going to make, here's the breast right there, and there's one right there. And that's what we're cutting out. Okay? We're going to peel this out. We're going to peel that out. Okay? So you find the manubrium, and you just shallow cut on both sides. Find that. Okay? There's my keel bone. Now I know where my keel bone is. Okay? From here, I'm going to follow it all the way back, shallow cut, and then you can go deeper later. All the way out. Okay? Follow the keel bone all the way down. And the ribs are right underneath here. You want to look where you're cutting so that nothing is left on the bird. All the meat you're selling. It's your grandkids' college fund. Once you get through, you can cut that out and it falls down. Okay. Once you, and then you'll find this bone right here. Okay. You're going to follow that bone down to where the joint is, because that's where the joint, right there. See where the white is? That's the joint right there. So from here, once you get to this point, you're going to find your drumette and make sure it's on the breast side, not on the carcass side, and you're going to cut right through that joint. So here's the joint. I'm going to cut right through it. Okay, and there's your Statler breast.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, so there's one Statler breast. Isn't that nice? So that's a nice way to serve chicken. Now here we have all this meat, right? So what some people do is they'll cut and they'll forget about all that meat. But what you want to do is sell that meat with your other breast. Sell all that. So serve it with the other breast. Free it up and sell it. So that's going to be part of that breast. And again, same thing, work your way down the keel bone. Shallow cut all the way down. Work it. You can turn. You can feel free to turn around if you want to. Work your way down.